Hello everyone and welcome to Dwellers in the Dark. Well, I'm on the hill. Welcome to my my office. This little video is going to be more about the ETC than about the outdoors or anything like that. So, where are we at with the ETC? Well, message to all the countries. We've got our own website out at MiddleEarth etc.com. We have our own public Facebook page for everyone to come along to, which is MiddleEarth ETC. So check that out. We still have a reps page. Got some people wandering around in the hills at the moment. So we got our reps page. We have our captain's page is just about to start up. We've organised a fantastic reffing team, and we've got communication going on there. So, where are we at? Okay, well, we're basically running it in Cardiff in Wales, 2018, 28th to 29th of April, and that's going to be at Firestorm. So if you want to check out their website, I'll try and put a link below. Our hosts are the Welsh, Matt King and Alistair King, and they're putting together a lot of bits and pieces. They're looking at prices of hotels at the moment. Now, the problem with hotels, which I've only just kind of come across, is that if you try and block book hotels, they charge a much greater rate because as they get closer to the date, they have a chance to up their price and get more money and more revenue from their clients. So if you block book it, you're not going to get that discount. So what we're doing is we're just looking at cheap prices for hotels and accommodations. Obviously Airbnb, check that out guys, introduced to me by the Dutch, and yeah, that can be a real bargain. You can get anything from single rooms to whole houses or apartments at very, very good rates as well. So sign up and check on Airbnb. I've got contact with T3, the tournament system that's used in Europe, same tournament system we used for Hamburg, and it's a great way for captains and team members to sign up, get all the information they need, register, and it gives us a fantastic idea of the numbers and the payment structure, etc. there. Obviously, the payment for this one, we really cut back as best we could to make it cheap and cheerful, but affordable for everyone. So we're looking at €60 a ticket. Each ticket will entitle you to full access to the venue on Friday to play practice games, meet up with people, have a bit of a laugh and a giggle, go out for a drink, whatever. Then the games on the Saturday and Sunday, that's 6 games. We're presently looking at the scenarios, unsure about heirlooms of battle amongst some of the representatives, so we're going to get back to you on that one. Then there's lunches on both days. Obviously, some prizes. As you can see, I've just done a change location. We're in a bit of a wood here. Still working on the hills, so I just thought I'd move this around. So yeah, ticket price, as I mentioned, prizes. Well, prizes, we have the ETC IP prize, which is my small little ring on a platform, which last year, or this year, 2017, I got a very, very good friend of mine, Aaron Armisen, to paint up the German flag and do all the bits and pieces for that, and we managed to get the gold, silver and bronze. So next year we're going to try and do the Welsh, well, we're not trying, we're actually doing the Welsh flag somehow on it, or some Welsh representation, and again there'll be gold, silver and bronze for that. So yeah, a bit of a shout out to the winners for second and third. I understand that some of them have their little token on pride of place on their cabinets, but yeah, anyway, it's something small, something from me, just say look, thanks very much. Obviously we were going to have main prizes, so myself and the Welsh were looking at specific prize, maybe a glass prize, something like that. I like the idea. We'll look at that for Cardiff, and also we're hoping for some prize support from some of our sponsors. We do have Army Painter, and we're going to look at perhaps getting a nice decent prize from them for the best painted army. Again, something I'd like to do. Do I want to look forward and try to expand it into best painted miniature and stuff like that? Not too sure at this moment in time. Plenty of opportunities, plenty of chances to get a lot of good prizes to make the tournament more attractive to everyone. But then the attraction for the ETC, well, it's kind of a misnomer, isn't it? Realistically, what I wanted was to bring everyone together to have a chance to learn and all play on the same level playing pitch of Games Workshop rules. Did I want, or do I want it to turn into a convention? No. I think that's for other people, that's for other things. I think making it and keeping it as a competitive event is what the ETC is all about. It's what the MiddleEarth ETC is all about, most definitely. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned this, but we have backing from T3. T3 is a tournament system where it's easier to input stuff prior to the event. It's easier for people to see it, access it and register, and it's also eager to keep a tab on who's paid and who's not. So it's a real good system. They don't have it for the UK, strangely enough. There isn't anyone here in the UK willing to take it on board and to do the admin side, I believe, perhaps. But it is a fantastic system used throughout all of Europe, and it has access within the US as well. So they're looking to open up a Welsh page for us, in which case we can then advertise and announce the tournament. So brilliant news. What else is happening? I did mention scenarios. The reps are still looking at that. I've opened that up onto the MiddleEarth ETC Facebook page as well, and there's a little bit of debate going on specifically heirlooms. Check out my video on Dwellers in the Dark if you want to see an insight into heirlooms, some bits and pieces there. But yeah, we still need to make a decision. Another discussion is paying in euros. Well, initially I thought, well, the majority of countries that are coming all deal with the euro. So if we pay in the euro, then it only becomes slightly problematic for the few countries that don't deal in euros. America, the UK, Russia, Brazil, Australia, New Zealand, if we see attendance from there. But so still working on that one. Personally, I'd like to see it just stay as the euro because it makes it easy across the board. I only then have to transfer it into each country's relevant and respective currency. For instance, into the pound for Wales or whatever, rather than the hard work involved. So watch this space, we'll see what happens with that. Hello guys, and yet again another bit of change of scenery, and behind me I think you can just make out Derwent Reservoir. This here is in the Peak District, and this is the location where the mosquitoes in World War II were practicing dam busting. Not the mosquitoes, my apologies, the Lancasters. And every year, every so years, they have a flyover as well, a commemorative flyover. Anyway, aside from that, I'm not going to drop a big bombshell here. We're back talking about the ETC, and in this part, the sun's glaring in my eyes. In this part, I want to talk about the tables. So we have teams of 4 yet again. The whole dynamic and the IP of the MiddleEarth ETC was 4 players per team. We've got 2 teams accessible this year, and there's quite a lot of countries opening up that option. America is brilliant, they're coming, and they potentially could have 2 teams there. So big shout out to the Americans, really looking forward to seeing you guys at this event. So you've got your 4 players, they will play another country. You'll be on the same 4 tables right next to each other. The scenery on the tables will be practically the exact same on each of the 4 tables, but then we'll say Ireland might be playing Spain and they'll have 4 tables, the exact same scenery, but totally different to the American tables, for instance. So yeah, the scenery is going to be the same in the sense that we're trying to put maps out with all the information that the captains and the players need to know exactly where things are on the table in case they're moved around. That I think is key, because that reduces any forms of negative friction afterwards, going, oh, my table was designed this or that. You know, everything's laid out, everything's open, and the players can just pick up as they mean to go on, and no interruption of the games. Got a lot of scenery down in Firestorm, loads. I'm also looking at building a lot of my own. A Scenorama is providing me with a lot of scenery through stuff I purchased, and that's really good stuff. So hopefully we'll have 4 tables of that, nicely painted up. Got a lot of work to do. Captains and coaches, that's ongoing at the moment on the website. Sorry, not on the website, but on the Facebook page, and in the captain's representative, the country's representative page. At the moment, that's looking like captain and coach could be the same person, not necessarily a player, but under no circumstances in the ref situation. I used the availability of one of the coaches last year as a ref on every and any table bar their own countries, because I just felt it was important to have a mix. This time round, we've got a very, very good team of refs, and well, for all those in the GBHL, you'll know them: Josh Triffett, Sam Page, Matt King, of course, one of the hosts, and Owen Wright. So what a team. They're awesome. On the advertising team, we've got Jin Singh, we've got Matt, we've got Owen, and we've got Alistair King as well. They've really got together to try and focus on how we push the awareness of the ETC, and because of that, it's given me a lot of time to get in contact with countries like Australia, New Zealand, Russia, reaffirm connections with Greece, Brazil, and help build teams and discussions with the US. So, wow. What are we expecting numbers-wise? We started on 72. That's what I capped it to last year. We managed to get to 72. We got 18 teams, which is great. We now have potentially 25 countries. Not all of them are sending 2 teams. Some of them are only sending 1. Some want to send 3. Oh, hang on, I've got a wind and I'm losing my bag. So let's just wrap that over the shoulder there. So, yeah, a couple of countries are asking, can they send 3 teams? Well, sorry guys, we're capping it at 2, I believe, which is the best thing to do. We're looking at anywhere between 120 and 140, maybe 150 at the most, but you know, numbers aren't important. It's country representation for me is more important. The more people that come from each country, that's brilliant, because they'll bring back the ideals, they'll bring back the learning, and they'll also bring back new skills to help their community build, which is the reason I started the ETC. Let's get everyone on the level playing field. I constantly say it, I'll keep on saying it, but if we're all playing on the same rules, it means that the likes of me can jump on a plane, go to anywhere in the world, and the rules will be the same. And that's what it's all about, especially with the new rulebook coming out, and I'm sure there'll be translational issues, as there always is, with, you know, one language to another. Hopefully the ETC will be able to blend that and sort it all out. So, yeah, where do I go from here? Well, we've talked about Firestorm, the venue, we've talked about the tables, we've talked about the IP of what we've done. In a discussion, we decided that you could only bring one named character between the 4, which was an original fantastic idea, which worked brilliantly in Hamburg for our first event. Might need to fine-tune it a little bit regarding Gladriel / Saruman, but generally it worked fine. It avoided people's concerns about the flying circus on every table, or, you know, everyone taking the same army. But the beautiful thing about the ETC in Hamburg was that I was so surprised when going through the army lists as well, that there was a vast array of meta, and it just indicated that from all of the countries involved, their meta and their league systems were just totally different to what I was used to, which was brilliant. Really, really good fun to see. This year, there'll be a requirement for the teams to not only send in their army list, but to send in a picture of their army. Yeah, that's going to be a new twist. We're looking back on aspects of the axe, the dreaded axe. The axe infection hit the ETC hard. It left a lot of people bewildered and confused about the ethics of the ETC, if everyone could use axes. It was a failing on my part, but a desire to try and maintain rules as written, and you know, it's a long story. Let's just say that, taking a cue from that, we've looked at, yes, axes potentially could be on models, but in order to have an axe on a model that isn't represented by its original model, i.e. if orcs have axes or dwarf have axes, they don't need to pay for them. Adding an axe to a model, converting a model to have an axe beyond its original state will cost 1 point. Simple. Heroes, 5 points. Now, I kind of have an awareness that might be what's going to happen from GW in the future, so I'm lending my my ideas from that. But I do think that at present time, putting a points value on changing a weapon, for instance, if you want to give Fountain Court Guard clubs and stuff, that will cost you 1 point. If you want to give Aragorn a club, that's fine, that'll cost you 5 points. So yeah, so that's how we're going to combat that. So still allowing within the wording of the rules, because on no circumstances does the Games Workshop say that you can't convert, that you have to, or, you know, up to recent they haven't actually put a price on conversion. Perhaps they might for the future. So that's it. That's enough from me at the moment. I think there's not much else I can say, except it is a beautiful day here in the Peak District. I'm doing a wee bit of work at the same time. Yeah. Cheers, guys, for watching. I hope this is of some interest. I definitely know to a lot of people it will be. To some, it's just passing a lunch break. So I hope you've enjoyed your lunch break listening. So to summarize, we've got our website, we've got our Facebook page. Behind the scenes, we've got the representative page. We have the referees page. We have the advertising page, and lastly, which is soon to be set up, we have the captains page, and that is where captains from each country will be invited to add discussion and to ask questions. They will not get, as last year, have a right to directly influence any voting. That is predominantly just the recourse of the representatives. Representatives have to have something to do if they're not coming along. You know, we all want to be involved. So the captains there are just to kind of get and clarify information. They indirectly may affect decisions, but you know, it's the coaches and the representatives that are leading this at the moment. So anyway, nice meeting you guys. You take care. Hope you have as nice a day as I'm having, and I'll speak to you soon. As Owen would say, like, subscribe, share, comment below, please. Any ideas? Cool. Okay. Bye for now.